Who wants to see COVID back on the road? Anybody want to see COVID back on the road? Let me know. I do. So, from the last 2.5 months, on August 10th, the camshaft sensor code popped up. I'll put the picture up on the screen. I forgot the code. But that came up. I switched the cam sensor code, the cam position sensor. I switched both of these. I switched them around with the other one, with another one that I have. And that did not fix it at all. Switched them both, and then I bought a brand new VTC solenoid. That's brand new. I got it from eBay. It wasn't a fake one. It was not a fake one. RBB. It was not a fake one. It came in a Honda bag. Came in this bag from Honda. It's a real one. I tested the one before, and it was not the valve was not clicking the right way. You hook up a battery. You hook up a positive and a negative wire, like I have here. I'll put these little alligator clips on here, right? Put one to the battery terminal, the positive and the negative, and you got to be careful because you could burn out the solenoid. If you touch the negative and the positive, when the wires are hooked up to the battery, you could burn it out. So I tested this one. This shit had like no power. It was barely clicking, because when you do that, you would actually hear the solenoid click. It would click, 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 and you can feel it in your hands. Clicks pretty hard. Pause. So the new one, put it on, still the same code will pop up, and it would actually die out. The engine would stall, and I got to the point that the reason why I parked it up, you could drive it, but if you stop at a light, the car is just gonna shut off. You gotta keep giving it gas. I'm not driving my shit like that, bro. My shit gotta be right. I just haven't had time to mess with it. I could have. The next step, I'm ordering the VTC cam gear. The cam gear is next, the intake cam gear. I'm buying that new. That's the only part on this engine that is not brand new. Literally. Everything else I either had to buy new, or I just wanted to get everything brand new. That is not brand new. So that code popping up, it's saying that the timing is off. The timing physically on here is perfect. It has to be, because I did everything perfect. I did not rush through anything. I knew exactly what I was doing this time on this motor. So it's perfect. It has to be the computer, because that gear fluctuates and it retards, and then it will advance in a split second, in like a millisecond, whatever they say. It changes the timing to give it more fuel, whatever it is. I am not a scientist. I don't know exactly how to explain how the engine works. But for you guys who know what I'm talking about, you guys know what I'm talking about. The gear, it's a 50-degree movement, and it retards, and then it'll advance, whichever way it is. I forgot which way it is, but it has to be that. This has about 2,000 miles on this engine, maybe a little less, but I drove it for like 3 months every day. Every day, I drove it every day. Probably 5-6 days a week for like almost 3 months, and it was perfect. No codes, no nothing. So that's the next step. That as soon as I order it, that'll take, depending on if I have trouble, because I'm not taking off the timing cover. I'm not doing all that. I'm gonna remove the exhaust gear, and I have the chain, and I have the timing chain. What is it called? It's not a holder, but that's in case if the chain stretches and it has more play in it, the chain won't drop to the point where it'll jump timing, you know, keep jumping timing and ruin your engine. I have that one I got from Drag Cartel. They got a bunch of them. They got cheap ones for what, $20, $25. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't like fake aluminum. So get shit that's branded, shit that's known to be good. Don't just buy China shit because it's $10 or $20. Be smart. But I'm gonna take off the exhaust gear so the chain has more give, and then I'll take the intake cam gear off, so I can put the new one, the 50-degree VTC gear. So that has to be it. It has to be it. That gotta be it, guys. Yeah, I miss driving this thing, man. I miss driving her, bro. I miss driving it. Smoke you niggas out, you know. I just gotta get these drag radials to hook. And it's not gonna do it with fucking Honda. So that's the next big goal for me with this car. I'm gonna do it right. I'm not gonna bullshit around. Y'all know how I do it. Y'all know how I do it, bro. I don't bullshit. Y'all know I don't bullshit, bro. Soon, but yeah, every time I think about that traction control, I'll be like, I don't want to drive this shit until I have it. Cause it's like, first and second, man. Trying to feel that shit. You know? Hell yeah. But yeah, deuces. I'm out. This bitch still look good. Been sitting in here for 2 months.